Before the heist, there was the debt. By 1711, Britain was fighting a war on two fronts, one against the French on the battlefield and one against bankruptcy at home. The War of the Spanish Succession had pushed the state to its breaking point. To fund the military, the government had relied on deficit financing, essentially borrowing from anyone with liquidity. They issued exchequer bills, short-term debt instruments that were traded at massive discounts because the public feared the government couldn't pay them back. The life thread of the army was now a tangled web of unpaid bills to suppliers and advance payments by merchant bankers. The state wasn't just broke, it was drowning in its own paperwork. To survive, the British system needed a radical structural pivot away to turn these toxic short-term liabilities into a long-term, stable asset. So, who owned this debt? It wasn't the public. It was the moneyed interest, a powerful network of corporations and wealthy syndicates. By 1711, the primary debt holders were the Bank of England, founded in 1694 specifically to manage war finance, and the East India Company, founded in 1698. These weren't just businesses. They were government-chartered debt for equity swaps. The government sold them annuities in exchange for cash to run the war. But even these giants were reaching their limit. Enter Robert Holly, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, and John Blunt. They realized that the unleveraged, unsecured debt held by thousands of private individuals, the unfunded debt, was the biggest threat to the system. Their solution was the South Sea Company, a new corporate vehicle designed to absorb £10 million of this depreciated debt in exchange for a monopoly on trade in the South Seas. The heist wasn't an accident. It was a desperate attempt to reboot the British Treasury.